Hi, welcome to learnhowtogarden.com, and in today's episode of the 10-Minute Gardener I'm going to be showing you how to plant one of my favourite winter vegetables, which are parsnips. If you're not already subscribed to us at Learn How to Garden, there is a link right below this film that'll take you over to the website. Pop in your email address, and that means that every time we put up a new film and also our monthly newsletter, when that comes out, we can let you know. And we think the newsletter's worth getting. It has lots of relevant information for what's happening at that time of the year and one or two quirky things we don't put on our normal channel. Parsnips have a bit of a reputation for being difficult to grow, difficult to germinate, and sort of being a bit bland. None of those things I think apply. I think they are the king of the winter vegetables. I absolutely love them. Roasted, I don't think anything comes close. I think also parsnip and ginger soup is one of my all-time winter warmers. What you do have to remember is they take quite a long time to germinate. So you have to be very vigilant with your weeding, and I've always found it's worth taking a bit more effort when you sow them. What we can see here is a really fine tilth. This is ground that's been really well raked, and it is worthwhile getting the best rake you can. It's one of those tools that looks really simple, but if it's designed properly will produce something like this. But 95% of all the rakes I see are just designed down to a price point, not up to doing a job. And I think we'll probably do a post specifically on, raking and what it does. And a fine tilth is just very fine broken down soil. And we're going to plant in lines, and parsnips to grow well need about 6 to 8 inches between parsnips. And rather than sowing a row and thinning them out, what I tend to do is plant 3 seeds to a station. And a station just means that this is an old planting board that I use, and basically it's split up into 6-inch gaps and 4-inch gaps, or 15 centimetre gaps and 10 centimetre gaps if you're metric, and it just makes it a lot easier. So it means that we can take out a furrow just using our finger, which is running along here, and then every 6 inches, so here, we'll take 3 of these parsnip seeds. So they're like little brown flat discs. They'll blow away in the wind, but they're big enough that you can actually pick up 3 at a time to plant on these stations. Take the seeds, and every 6 inches 3 of them go in to a station. They're big enough that you can pick 3 out, and it also means that when it comes to weeding, you can weed between the rows, and also you know exactly where they are in the grid, so you can weed across the rows as well. A lot of people sow a row of radish in between as a catch crop, which is really good if you are stuck for space. I would recommend that. I don't do that here because I've got enough space with my parsnips. I don't have to. I would recommend getting hold of, making a board and just sort of lining it out like this. It makes your job so much quicker and easier. And this one's 6 inches wide, so I can just flip it over and put my next row along the other side. And it means that when you're kneeling, you're not kneeling onto your deep bed, so you're not compacting it, you kneel on the board. You can do all your work from the board. Really easy, really quick. The variety I'm sowing here is Tender and True, which is a very old variety I've grown for a long time. And I do think it has quite a nice sweet taste. They can be a bit fiddly, but well worth growing. Your soil needs to be not freshly manured. They really wouldn't like a no-dig deep bed. They will fork, which means instead of one long thin root, you get lots like your hand. It'll sort of split, and that's not what you're looking for. So normally after something that had manure last year would be brilliant. And if you're using rock dust, it's quite good to dig some rock dust in, but watch our post on rock dust before you go out and spend a lot of money on a small bag. You're much better off buying it in a large amount. Once you've got 3 seeds in each station, literally just go along with your finger, covering the furrows. You could do this with a rake, but I mean, gardening's about getting down, isn't it, and feeling what's happening in the soil. I've never been particularly concerned about getting mucky. And in about a month's time, when these start to germinate, what we're going to do is, if 3 germinate, we'll thin them down to a single parsnip at each station. That's quite important, but it's unlikely that you're going to get all 3 germinate. They're not that good at germinating. And that's it, really. Weed free is the important thing. In about 2 months' time, I'll give them a very light general fertiliser, probably fish blood and bone at about a handful to the square yard, and they'll more or less look after themselves. Any problems we get, we'll keep you up to date, but worth a space in your garden. Great things to grow. Thanks a lot for watching We're Out of Garden.